When all have left these halls and returned to the far reaches of the globe, the contribution of the Durban Review Conference to combating racism and intolerance will be remembered for its human face, the face of Iranian President Mahmoud Ahmadinejad. In this conference's opening moments, he took the opportunity you provided to trivialize the Holocaust and repeat his commitment to genocide against the UN member state of Israel.
There's a point of order, I believe, from the Islamic Republic of Iran.
Mr. Chairman, we are here to discuss the agenda item 9. I think you are quite aware of the fact that the speakers should try their best to follow that established rules and practice. That would include the speakers from the NGO. I would humbly request you to make a ruling that while delivering the speeches, they would refrain strictly from mentioning names of countries, specifically names of the heads of state. This is an established exercise and norm of the United Nations, which has to be observed by all member states as well as the non-governmental organization. I thank you. I seek your guidance and ruling on that. Thank you.
I believe that I think names sometimes are mentioned when members are making submissions, and if any delegation has a point on that issue, he can exercise the right of reply. Continue. Hudson Institute.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. His words were not an accident, nor were they an afterthought.
Sorry, there's another point of order from Iran.
Mr. Chairman, Mr. President, I would like to draw your kind attention to the principles which is being observed in the United Nations premises, and that is the member state as well as other actors they should respect the dignity and the status of the heads of the state. I don't think it would be necessary for me to repeat the fact that nobody should violate that established principle. Mentioning of name of country on pertinent question might, in your view, be permissible, but I certainly oppose strongly with the mentioning of names of heads of state, including that of mine. I strongly request you to stop the speaker if he or she wants to make a mention on that account. I thank you.
I do fully agree with you that we should respect the heads of state and others in the language that we use. So I'll ask Hudson Institute to use the appropriate terminology in that regard. Hudson Institute, continue.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. His words were not an accident, nor were they an afterthought. UN officials were fully aware of his hate-filled statement in advance. UN member states had heard him deliver the same message in the General Assembly only last fall. His active emissaries made it publicly known to the Human Rights Council for over a year, and every preparatory meeting of this conference since, as recently as last week, knew exactly what his government intended to communicate. And yet the UN handed him a global megaphone, translated his hate speech into 6 languages, and broadcast it around the world. And when he was finished, what was the response from you who claimed to care about combating intolerance? His words promoting anti-Semitism were applauded in this very hall. His words have been ensconced on the UN website, where they continue to be disseminated around the globe. His country was elected vice chairman of this conference's committee charged with the adoption of the declaration before you. The UN High Commissioner for Human Rights, also Secretary General of this conference, thought his words should be merely labeled political grandstanding, evidently unable to recognize anti-Semitism today. Democracies who had promised a different response to Durban-sponsored hate, like the United Kingdom and France and Denmark, made a show of walking out partway through his speech only to return as if it was a small glitch or an easily isolated event. Durban II will therefore be remembered not only for the words of the President of the country that's not allowed to be mentioned, but for the actions of his anti-Semitic supporters among you, his UN enablers, and all those states without the courage to reject a UN forum for bigotry when it masquerades as human rights, however transparent the veil. Durban II will be...
There is a point of order. I'm sorry to interrupt you. The Republic of South Africa.
Mr. Chairman, on a point of order. This conference is not known as Durban II. This conference is known as the Durban Review Conference. I ask you, Mr. Chairman, to prevent the speaker from referring to Durban II. There is no such conference. In addition, it is maligning my country. So I ask you to please exercise the right that you have. If the speaker refuses to comply with your instructions to stay on the topic that you are having this discussion on, that she should be ruled out of order and not be given the floor again. Thank you.
I do agree with the representative of South Africa, and I think we all agree, because this conference is Durban Review Conference and not Durban II. So could Hudson Institute representative take that into account when you are making your intervention? Please continue.
The Durban Review Conference will therefore be remembered.
Another from the Republic of Iran.
This is, Mr. President, it's the Islamic Republic of Iran. Number two is that the time for the speaker is already over, almost 30 seconds ago. So please observe that. May I remind you, I thank you.
I stand corrected. It is Islamic Republic of Iran. So there I stand corrected. I don't know how much time you have because I'm watching the whatever. So, but Hudson Institute, please, you have 51 seconds. Conclude your remarks.
This conference will be remembered for those states without the courage to reject a forum for bigotry when it masquerades as human rights, however transparent the veil. This conference will be remembered for adopting a declaration that reaffirms discrimination and the demonization of the Jewish state, the anti-Semitism of the 21st century. This conference will be remembered for the abomination of turning the spread of anti-Semitism into a human right. It will be remembered for its cynical reference to the Holocaust while planting the seeds for another genocide against the Jewish people and its nation. It will be remembered for purporting to build equality for some on the sands of inequality for others. It will be remembered for poisoning the wellspring of universal values. It will be remembered for representing the triumph of hate over hope. And the dustbin of history is its only dessert.